Chloe here today, and in today's video I am going to be answering the question that as a lash artist we get asked on a daily basis, the question that prevents a lot of people from getting eyelash extensions and kind of going through the pros and cons of extensions to see if it is the right fit for you. And that brings me to the million-dollar question: do eyelash extensions damage your natural lashes? And the answer to that is yes and no, and let me explain. So if eyelash extensions are applied incorrectly, they could definitely be very damaging to your natural lashes. But if extensions are applied correctly and met with the proper aftercare, they are not damaging to your natural lashes. And you might be wondering, what do I mean when eyelash extensions are applied incorrectly? So I'm going to give you a few examples. I'm also going to be using some visuals to help you better understand what I mean, because if you aren't a lash artist, you might get a little confused on what I'm talking about. So I'm going to be showing you a little bit of visuals as well to help you better understand what I mean by when an extension is applied incorrectly. So when a lash artist applies extensions onto your natural lashes, you isolate one natural lash and you apply the extension on top. When you apply it, you don't hit the base of the natural lash where your follicle is. You leave a little bit of a gap, but when you do place it on the skin and it blocks the follicle, it will cause your hair to fall out prematurely and cause you a lot of heaviness and irritation, and you'll feel a lot of tension on the lash line. So another example of eyelash application being done incorrectly: when a lash artist does not isolate properly. Isolation is very important because your lashes grow at different rates. So when you apply an extension to more than one eyelash, it will create a lot of tension in between the lashes and the follicle, and eventually cause that extension with your natural lash hair to be pulled out. And this is why a lot of people feel like extensions sometimes ruin their natural lashes, because isolation is not done correctly. More than one natural lash could be attached to an extension, and it could cause a lot of tension, cause a lot of irritation, could cause a lot of fallout prematurely, and nobody wants that. So having good aftercare includes making sure that you wash your lashes at least once a day, making sure that you're not wearing mascara on top of your extensions, you're not wearing eyeliner, and a lash artist can do their very best job when it comes to making sure that everything is applied correctly, the humidity was good. But if a client wears heavy eyeshadow and glitter and doesn't clean it off at the end of the night, it can make their eyes super itchy and watery, and that is on the client's fault because they did not do the proper aftercare after they got extensions to make sure that their lashes were clean and healthy. The next thing I want to talk about are allergic reactions and infections. So if you go to a certified lash technician, they will not allow an infection to occur. We are trained on how to properly clean our station, how to clean our tools and our tweezers and barbicide, how to prevent cross-contamination in between clients. Granted, not every lash technician is the same and does their due diligence to prevent cross-contamination in between clients and to make sure that their station is properly cleaned. But I would never go to someone to get my lashes done if I know that they aren't certified, that they haven't trained on how to use barbicide and cavi wipes and all of those disinfecting things, because getting an infection, if you've ever seen those pictures going on Instagram, it is not a good look. And I will insert a picture on what it looks like to get an infection versus an allergic reaction. When you get an infection, it is more in a specific area where you've been infected, but when you have an allergic reaction, it's kind of like that whole area. A lot of the times what you see on Instagram or on YouTube of people being like, eyelash extensions, worst experience of my life, is because they have an allergic reaction. And that's not on the lash tech, that's just because that they're allergic to the products and the glue. If you have very sensitive eyes and you feel like you might have an allergic reaction, I highly recommend doing a patch test. A lot of lash artists recommend doing a patch test if you do have sensitive eyes or you're kind of hesitant to getting extensions because you are prone to, you have a lot of allergies and stuff like that, and you're allergic to a lot of things. So this is when a couple of extensions are put on. You wait 24 hours, see if you get any itchiness, any redness, any irritation, and if you don't, then you're not allergic to the products and the glue, and you can proceed getting a full set of beautiful eyelash extensions. But obviously, if you come out and you're like, oh, I can't see, something is wrong, and just those like 4 or 5 extensions that they put on can easily be removed. Another thing that I want to make very clear is just like anything else in life, you get what you pay for. And this goes the same for eyelash extensions. If you go into a nail salon and you spend $45 on a full volume set and walk out of there in 30 minutes, something is wrong. Like, something is wrong. You're going to walk out there with clusters. That is not a pretty look. I can assure you proper isolation did not occur. For me, when I get extensions, I know that I'm going to be spending a little bit of money. So I would rather pay for quality and someone that has my lash health as their first priority than someone who just wants like a quick dollar. I'll be out of there in like 45 minutes. I don't want that. I want someone who's going to take 2 to 3 hours to make sure that the lashes are applied correctly and healthy. Some tips that I recommend when picking a lash artist is obviously go to someone who is certified. Next, you want to see their work. You want to scroll through their Instagram or their Yelp page. You want to look up their reviews. You want to see their price range. You know, obviously if they're paying a little bit higher, I'm not saying that they're always better, but if they're charging like $40 for a full volume set, you might be like, why is that happening? And obviously when lash artists are coming out and they just got their certification, they will most likely let you know, be like, hey, this is a promotional price because I'm just starting to get my foot in the door. I want to build my clientele. And that is okay, because I've gone to people who were just starting out and they've told me beforehand. But I'm like, hey, if you're gonna practice on someone, practice on me. Hopefully I didn't scare you guys too much on what eyelash extensions are and the pros and cons, because at the end of the day, as a lash artist, I would not be getting eyelash extensions if I thought they were damaging to my natural lashes. I highly recommend getting extensions. Are a lifesaver. If you've had a bad experience, make sure that you don't put it on eyelash extensions in general and you try switching off your lash technician. Also, make sure you're doing research and you're making sure who you're going to is certified and they know what they're doing, and you've seen their client reviews and their work and you know they're about quality. If you guys are wondering if you should get eyelash extensions, I recommend trying it at least once in your life, and you should come to me, you know what I'm saying? That is all that I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, and make sure you guys comment if you guys have ever had a bad lash experience, or if you're like me who kind of had a bad lash experience and then found like the holy grail of lash extension, lash techs. Let me know in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. But bye everyone.